Hi, and welcome to another episode of Insights Lab by Insights in Strategy Consulting Limited. Today we'll be discussing the proposed NYSC reforms, what these changes mean, why they are generating so much conversations, and whether these changes would affect or impact the future of national service in Nigeria. Joining me today are my colleagues. To my right, I have
Regina
and
Samson Anthony.
You're all welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you here.
Yeah.
So looking back at your service year, would you say it was worth it? And why?
Sorry for the laugh.
It's fine.
Only people that have gone through NYSC would understand the laugh. Like, gone through NYSC. For me, I didn't enjoy it. Let me sugarcoat it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like camp. I didn't like anything about NYSC. I'm not going to lie. For me, for other people it may be different, but for me, I didn't enjoy it. But then by the time I started NYSC proper, I started missing camp activities. Even though I didn't participate, but I started missing them. So yeah.
I see. Wow. Interesting.
Well, I did enjoy camp. I so much enjoyed it. The military drills, the big one in the morning and also late in the evenings. I enjoyed everything. The drills, I participated in the match competitions. That is, what's it called again? Is it interplatoon drill? I participated in it and I enjoyed everything. I also was a flag bearer during my time and it was worth it. Everything was worth it. I enjoyed everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarah, what about you?
Well, I personally enjoyed camp, but I would disagree with you. I did not enjoy the beagle, all of that, the trumpet sound in the morning. Personally, this is my own experience. Yeah. I did not enjoy that, but I enjoyed the camp activities. I actually did, and I didn't want to go back home. But maybe it's because personally, I just, I like being outside, around people, So, but I enjoyed my camp experience. It was stressful. But so I think I'm in the middle here.
I guess,
Yeah. So for someone who hasn't been following the news, what exactly is changing? What are these reforms? What's it about?
I'll try to sum it up in bullet points. 1, no more 3 weeks. It's now 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. So for those of you that are antisocial, as me, I'm so sorry. Secondly, there won't be batches anymore. So no longer batch A, B, and C. There will now be streams 1 to 11. Thirdly, they are changing the khaki uniforms.
Yeah.
To Hadzi Red. Also, the leadership will also change. That's the DG, Director General, will no longer be held by the military, but now civilians. So those are like the major changes that are being introduced currently to the NYSC.
Okay. So, what do you think about that, Samson?
Well, for me, I'll say these reforms is really misplaced.
Wow, that's a strong word.
Yeah, it is, because that's the truth. Now, you see, we are currently battling unemployment. And yes, they say the reform is trying to tackle unemployment in a way, but transforming NYSC or reforming NYSC into what they want it to be does not change the situation, because these core members are going to be trained in different fields like tech, agriculture, paramilitary, and all. At the end of the day, they will still come back and they will be unemployed. Yes, because if there are no jobs, you can train me to have whatever it is you want me to have. If there are no jobs, except I decide to further my training and then self-employ myself. If that is the right way to put it. But at the end of the day, there are no jobs. So it is kind of misplaced.
I don't think it's misplaced.
Okay.
Completely disagree with you. with you.
Why?
Okay, I agree. The Nigerian government hasn't really done a lot to earn our trust, but I don't think it is misplaced. Now, when most people graduate from the university, there is a skill gap. Well, I'm pretty sure when you've been applying for jobs, they'll tell you 2 to 3 years experience, or they need a skill in this, they need a skill in that, but you probably didn't get those skills in the university. You need to have work experience to get those skills.
All right.
Now, the government is saying now, NYSC, throughout your service year, apart from like the 6 weeks you spend in camp, throughout your service year, you spend it building on those skills that will make you marketable. I agree the competition will now be high, but when has the competition ever been high? The competition has always been high. Whether they say let us skill you up now or never skill you up, the competition will continue to be high. Now it's now who takes it more serious. Like you said, you may still need to add more knowledge to it or add more skills to it. But like I said, for me it is not misplaced. I prefer you spending your entire service year gaining the necessary skills, getting the correct language, professional language, getting it before you are done, so that you are ready when you are done. That is what I believe, anyways.
Sure.
Okay, well, I've heard from both of you, and yeah, first of all, do you have anything to say? I mean, she just.
Well, we just focused on the unemployment part and the skill acquisition. How about the duration of the camp? 6 weeks. There's a lot of microorganisms flying out. A lot of people are susceptible to sickness, infections, and all. You get after 2 weeks, some go back home and they visit the hospital immediately because they need to be checked and treated. Now you are spending 6 weeks. Water, food, money for mommy marketers. Yes. During the 3 weeks, they make money, they generate income. This time around, they are generating double. And there's a lot of financial strain on these core members spending 6 weeks. Do you know what it means to go and spend 6 weeks in town and you don't like they'll expect you to like the food, but we can be sincere with each other. We were not actually eating camp food. Not everybody was.
But some people were. Some people ate
Good.
3 times a day for the duration of the 3 weeks.
Good. Now, how healthy is this food?
Did you ever work in camp kitchen when you were in camp?
I didn't.
Okay.
I was busy with match drills. Yes.
That's why you don't know how the food is being made. For me, I volunteered for camp kitchen.
Okay, so you have to tell me that morning, water and what's it called? I cannot call it tea as we call it in Nigeria. Tea, even though it's not really tea, but I cannot call that tea. That is water mixed with something. I don't know what it is. And then that thing that you could put is margarine, but it's not. It's sure not butter. It's margarine and what and bread. Meshai bread, is it?
Okay. I don't know about your camp, but
Yeah,
speak about
actually,
my
I don't know
Where was
where.
your camp?
I don't know where you
Where was
said
your camp?
because
I camped in Abuja.
I
We were
camped
so
in Abuja
much.
as well,
I
but I
camped-
can't relate to what you're saying.
Oh, maybe your badge is different from mine, or your
Because my
gear is
camp
different
was-
from
My
mine.
camp was okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I might have said I didn't like camp,
Okay.
but like compared to other camps, my camp was okay.
Okay, my point
And
is
then I worked in the kitchen.
good. My point
They
is
take health seriously, and then
okay.
Yeah,
That
they
is
do,
good.
they
But my
as they are
point is
cooking, they are
the
washing the dishes immediately.
money you are going to spend, because at the end of the day, at some point you have to visit my market. You have to at least have something different. Now, apart from visiting my market, you have other concerns, your toiletries and other things. Do you think the company will be able to handle the number of core members that will be coming in for malaria, fever, typhoid, and all of those things for 6 weeks?
Anyways, even during the 3 weeks, not everybody stayed full time. I don't know
Yeah.
about your camp.
But the
When in my
government
camp,
wants everybody to
not
stay to be able to
everybody
acquire this
stayed
skill they want to
full
teach
time.
you. They want you to be there.
They want you to be there, but if you can't do it, you leave.
Then
And I'm not saying this out of a place of spite. I am saying this out of a place for respect for your own life. If you can no longer stay and keep up, it is best you should leave.
All right.
Okay, so I would like to ask a question, right? You both, did you stay till the end? Did you spend the entire 3 weeks?
I did.
Oh, And
Yeah, I did.
okay, so I know that they have the Said classes and all of that. Did you learn any skill during your camp?
Personally, I signed up for data analysis.
Okay.
But because I was like having some introduction before camping, I noticed what they were being taught. What we were being taught was not in line with. So it was like I don't know. It wasn't straightforward.
Okay.
I guess the people you paid to come do did not really do their homework or so.
Okay.
So I didn't really pay attention. I had to switch to fishery because I was not really enjoying it. So I won't say I learned a skill.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you don't
I
have
was
a
just
fish farm.
tagging along.
You don't have a fish farm.
I do have a fish farm.
You don't have a fish farm.
Yes.
Please, I'd like to see one next.
Don't you say pond?
I mean, like live fish.
Well, I'm
You
not
want
currently
fish, Sarah?
doing it,
I
so.
do actually.
No, I'm agree one. I'm agree.
Alright.
So
And you?
Okay, so for me, in as much as I am in support of this skill acquisition thing, like I will still say I did not enjoy camp. So for me, I just picked baking. I picked baking because I already do it.
Okay.
It's a hobby that I have already. So it just felt like something that is in alignment with like what I do, like a hobby. So just like continuation of the hobby. Okay, so I just joined. But then it was overcrowded.
I see.
There was most of the skills were overcrowded with people. There was literally no skill that that people came for. That even people would be standing outside because there is no space for people. So, like I said, there's no skill that is not overcrowded when in camp. Yeah. So for me, it was baking, but it did add like an extra layer of knowledge to like what I already knew.
Okay. Okay. So the reason why I asked this is because sitting here, I'm just thinking, since we already have the Said structure in Campbell, is it really necessary to extend the duration? You've raised up the challenge of it, of those what's it called now? The skills and all of that being overcrowded. But what if, for instance, in your situation, or using your situation as an example, what if they, rather than bring one baking or catering stand or what's it called, what if they bring like 5 different people? I don't know if that makes sense or if you understand what I'm trying to say.
5 different trainers.
5 different
for the same
trainers,
skill.
yeah, that can accommodate or that can,
Yes, accommodate
the
the
number
members
of people
want
that are
to.
interested.
Yeah.
Rather than extending this, and also in your case, they should, I think, what if they vet these people to know the kind of people they are bringing on board? Like you said, you're not sure if they were really trained
If they did their
or if they
homework.
did their homework before coming.
Before coming.
So, there are things that, is this 6 weeks really necessary? Is the point I'm driving at, like, I personally feel like it's too long. Yeah.
Well, except the comments for now, one issue is the two groups that will be leading this camp. You see, civilians and the military, especially the military, yeah, they see civilians as per they cannot give them orders. You're a civilian, why do you want to give me orders? Now, the NYC is going to be headed by a civilian. But then again, the security aspect is going to be handled by the military. This means that both parties are going to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And in a place where a civilian is giving a military person an order, there is always a problem. Yes. I know the payment is going to be approved by the civilian and all of that, but we all know how the military behaves. They don't like taking orders from civilians, especially when you are not even a political or maybe a political leader or something. So spending 6 weeks in camp, you are going to see all these discrepancies happening where there will be fights, disagreements, and all of that. I feel it's too stretched.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Going into what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we're in camp, both the military and the civilians worked together
Yes.
to ensure like it runs smoothly. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're saying, oh, okay, the leadership is going to change. So a civilian will become the DG while military just handles security. Now in Nigeria, we operated a military system of government beforehand. Yeah. Right? And now we've switched to democracy. But civilians and the military are working hand in hand to ensure that the country runs smoothly. Now, I believe that a reform is what is needed. When I say a reform in how we think as a people and as an institution. Now, we don't really know how this is going to work out because, agree, the NYC reform has been signed, but the implementation process hasn't really been signed. They are still trying to figure out the law around that is what that was the order that was given. It should be put into law because currently now it is not in the NYC law for a civilian to be the Director General for NYSC. So now they're trying to figure out a way. So I believe in trying to figure out a way to make this law of making a civilian DG, they'll also find a way to make them work together properly. That's what I think. Because at the end of the day, we can't keep doing the old things because times are changing and the world is changing and we need to adapt to these new changes to progress. That's what I think.
No, you said the run comes smoothly during both reigns, right? No, before the reform, the DG is a military person, right? If you go to the camp, there's a camp commander, and that's a senior officer. He may be the senior officer may be in the rank of a major or a captain. Now that person checks. Although I don't really know if this is still going to happen, if they are going to produce a senior officer to check the junior officers to make sure they respect the civilian heads. But if that is not going to happen, we all know what's going to happen there. I'm just bringing this as a point. That it's like a loophole in this stuff, in this reform. It's going to be a loophole because we know how the military behaves. That is like something I wanted you to notice. That's something I wanted to point out.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I've heard you all. Can we go on a break and we'll be right back shortly? Thank you.
I need it from moment to moment. I needed to get where I'm going. I needed to fight the opponent. The power that move every mountain. Protect me when evil surround me. I know it's a power living in me. People don't see it, but it's all around me. Yeah. They told me it's over, I'm finished. But God said just wait and bear witness. Look at my face. They told me I got so much dirt on my knees. Cause I've been talking to the Lord all day, telling him all of my needs. I need it from moment to moment. I needed to get where I'm going.
New learning. You want to learn something new, you're going to learn something new. You're going to acquire more knowledge. So the host is NYSC, government. This intervention is government-led.
Fight the opponent. The power that move every mountain. Protect me when evil surround me. I know it's a power living in me. People don't see it, but it's all around me. Yeah. They told me it's over, I'm finished. But God said just wait and bear witness. He split the red ties, made the dead rise. Just let him handle his business. They told me confess and believe.
Leave no one behind.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. So back to our discussion on the military and the civilian leadership. Samson, would you like to add anything else to what you were talking about?
Earlier I said the military does not like taking orders from the civilian. Now, apart from that, when it comes to budgets, we are currently in a democratic regime, and we can see how the country is. You get it's either one governor has allegedly embezzled money, or a senator, or a minister. Like the last minister of power, you saw what happened to him. You can see what's happening with El-Rufai and the other. To mention a few, they are accused of embezzling. Now, the civilians ruling this and also bringing budget to this, we know that there's going to be a lot of budget padding. Yes, because allegedly the civilians are more corrupt than the military. And we all know this allegedly.
I like how you said the civilians are more corrupt. In other words, you are saying the military too, allegedly. There is corruption in the military, allegedly.
Yes.
From what you said, it's just that civilians' own is more. So for that, I would say there needs to be checks and balances.
Okay.
Yes, like real and proper checks and balances for this new reform and for this new leadership structure that they are trying to bring.
Okay.
So there needs to be a structure where you can check the activities of the DG or of the person in charge of security. There needs to be like, if I do this, there is somebody that can like hold me accountable. You get. So that is what I think is the solution to budget padding. But like you said, corruption is everywhere.
Yes.
In as much as Nigeria is said to be one of the most corrupt countries in the world, there are other countries too, even the countries that you think are living the life, they have proper systems and proper structures. There is also embezzling going on underground. It's just that our own is on the forefront of the newspaper.
Okay. So you said about the budget part. No, sorry.
Checks and
The
balances.
checks and balances. Thank you. Is there currently a system that checks and balances these civilian rulers?
Yes, there is. There are checks and balances in Nigeria.
Okay.
It may not be
So
upheld.
when a snake swallowed money, was there somebody that checked and balanced it?
That is where you now have the media doing the checks and balances. I mean,
Okay,
the media exposed
what was the
media.
result of the check and
The
balance?
media exposed this for what it is, a lie, a blatant lie.
Good. Now,
In fact, you don't even need the media to tell you that it is a lie.
okay.
You as a human being know that it is a lie. But like I said, I'm not saying there is a system that checked
What happened
it
to
in
the
post.
person?
Let's
Did the
go
person
and
bring
go.
back the money?
I don't know. Let's go and research
So
on
that's
that.
my
That's a
point.
very old story.
It's a very old story, but
That's
it's
a very
relevant.
It's relevant, but it's a very old story. You don't expect me to have all the details of that old story in my head till now.
Using that old
Now I'm
story.
trying to say that there are checks and balances in the country,
Okay.
and for every action.
How far has-
However, we have individuals who are bypassing these checks and balances.
And you
Just the same way you can be given a law, do not cook inside, do not cook here, and you can interpret it as do not cook inside here and you cook outside. But you say I'm not cooking here, you said here. So either way, the thing is whether it is, I'm sorry, pardon me for this, the military, the civilian, the government, individuals, organizations and institutions, there are checks and balances for each of these things. But then the individuals that are responsible for this are the ones bypassing it. On paper, we have it.
good.
Even in the military, we have checks and balances. But are we saying there are people that are not bypassing? There are people that are bypassing it there as well.
Now, why were these checks and balances brought if these individuals that are bypassing it are not called to order or punished for it? That means if these people can do it and get away with it, well, is the NYSC any different?
And who said they have not been doing the same thing in the military? That is my point. You are just pointing out the fact that the civilian rule is corrupt and all that. Okay, do you want the military to rule? Let me ask you, your honest.
Handling it perfectly.
They've been handling it perfectly in your own opinion.
In my own
So
opinion.
a loss of your freedom, a loss of your rights is them handling it perfectly.
Have the military ever infringed on your right and freedom?
The pause on the constitution is them handling it properly. I don't know if you know this, but in the military regime, there is no constitution. They are the law. So in as much as the civilian rule is bad and corrupt, you still enjoy the freedom that the civilian rule gives you.
The freedom that the freedom they have to embezzle the money that's supposed to make my life better.
And who says if you get there, you will not still steal? This is a thing of morality on each person's part.
Okay. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay. So while you were breaking down what the things that are changing, what the reform is about, you mentioned the change of uniform. That's the khaki, the green and white, and all of that. So allegedly, we heard it's changing from that to Adire. So what are your thoughts on that? I mean,
You know,
like, we personally, I feel like, okay, apart from every other thing, so the skill acquisition and all those other things, I feel like this is the most unnecessary change. Like, why does the uniform have to, like, what does the uniform have to do with this, yeah, so what are your own thoughts on that? Do you
well,
agree or
for me, like I said earlier, the whole reform is priority. Yes, I stand on that. Changing the uniform, core members don't care about their uniform. What do they care about? Alawi. So whether they are putting on khaki or adire, they don't care. So changing the uniform is not necessary. Not at all, because now changing it to adire is an avenue for embezzling, because the budget they are going to give for this adire is going to be groundbreaking. You question it, like, I don't understand how many adires are they going to give out? Yes, because now they will have to sew these adires, and we expect them to use core members to sew this, but I bet you they may not use core members to do this. Yes, because if you really want to promote the skill that you want to promote, you want to teach them this skill, the ones you've trained, you empower them by giving them the opportunity to sew these adires and then pay them for it. That's another way of making money. But we all know that the country we are in, allegedly, they are all corrupt. They will still use it.
I hope you know that you are also
Yes,
we're
I know.
also, when you
We are all
generalize
there.
this
But
whole
then
thing.
there was one slogan.
Okay.
I think it was during Buhari's regime. Change begins with you. Do you know if I'm different?
Are you
Are
different?
you?
I am different.
Do you know if I am different?
That's why I said the
Yeah.
question does not really need you to come out and tell everybody you are different. It's the slogan, sorry, says change begins with you. It's a you thing. It comes within. So, like I said, this is so misplaced. Changing the khaki. If they want to do it, then they should just incorporate it and say the core members should be the ones sewing these adherence to not be a problem. But anything other than that, so misplaced. And they should take out that boot, because I don't know if they have said it, but they need to take out the boot, because I know we are Nigerian boots. Thank you.
Okay. I will still disagree with Samson on the it is misplaced, that the entire reform is misplaced. But I will agree with him on the uniform change. I don't see a point in changing the uniform, because now it gives room for tribalism, because people will start saying, why are you not using my tribal attire for the uniform? Why is it the Yoruba attire? Why is it Adire you're using? Why are you not using the is it Igbo? I don't really know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Pardon me if I mispronounced it. Okay, why are we not using that? Or why are we not using Itinochi?
Yeah.
Exactly, you get. So I believe changing the uniform is causing more problems than solving a problem. Now, the khaki uniform, the only reason why I like the khaki uniform is because it does not stand for any tribe. It stands for the colors of Nigeria. So you are representing Nigeria. That is what the uniform tells me. Now, changing it to allegedly Adire defeats that purpose of national integration.
Yeah.
So with that, I would agree with Samson that that is misplaced on part of the government.
At least you have something you agree on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've just mentioned something, and that is national integration. We know that the main purpose of NYSC at the time was implemented was for national integration and all of that. Do you think that these changes will, like, are we losing the plot here? Like, what's going on? What do you think? How do you think this reform or this change, how do you think these changes will affect the national integration?
Okay. So one of the things that the government made mention of when they were signing in this NYC reform, last month was that it is in order to achieve their $1 trillion economy. They want Nigeria to become a $1 trillion economy. That is what they said. So that is the reason why they are trying to spill up the youth. So, but for the national integration part, I don't think it is completely lost. Because corpers will still be posted to different states. You're not going to stay in your own states to serve and learn these skills. You're still going to go to other states that you've not been to, or interact with tribes that you've never interacted with. That is still going to happen. It is just every other thing is going to change. But for the national integration part, I think it doesn't deviate from it. Yes.
Okay. You agree?
So talking about national integration, for you to integrate a nation, you have to secure it. Now, these corpers are still going to be posted to different states. And I guess, not like I guess, definitely Sokoto, Bauchi, Ogun, Kwara are all part of these states. Borno are all part of these states. And we all know these states some of these states I just mentioned are more with insecurities. Yeah? So, this reform is misplaced. I still stand on that. What the government is supposed to do is secure the life of its citizens and, the core members. Secure the life of the core members. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? So instead of bringing these reforms, what measures are they taking to make sure that these core members who are traveling to different states are safe? Because with the way, if there was a time these bandits entered NDA, like the National Defense Academy, Nigerian Defense Academy, where your current military leaders who are defending your borders and also fighting the bandits are being trained. They entered there and kidnapped people. So you tell me, what will stop them from entering where civilians are filled up with a little number, just a small number of military personnel to protect them? So instead of this reform, and the national integration is still going to, yes, it's still in place because core members are going to be posted to different states. Mm-hmm. Does not matter which state you're from. You get. But then, what are the measures to secure their lives? And there's something they said, that the system is going to they said they are going to work I didn't really see that part well, but they are going to work the system in such a way that they will make sure that the place they are posting core members to is safe. They are going to post them to safe zones alone. Now, we know that in life as a whole and in Nigeria, there is nepotism. So there are people who have money. The wealthy ones will make sure that their kids are posted to places that are safe. Thereby, the ones who don't have money will be left to go to these places that are not safe. Let's use Abuja for instance. We all know if you are serving in Abuja, yes, Abuja is safe because it's the federal capital. Now, kind of, at least to some extent, Abuja is safe to some extent. Do you know that a lot of parents or families will make sure that their children or their kids or their graduates in the house will be posted to Abuja because Abuja is safe. And then Abuja will be filled up. Then the rest of the core members will be dispersed to where it's not necessary. I don't know, I don't want to say it's not safe, but has insecurity issues. Do you understand? So the integration is there, yes. You post it, but then what are the measures to secure these core members?
So I actually agree with Zil on that, because the truth is one of the responsibilities of every government is to secure and safeguard the lives of citizens. Now, the leaders of tomorrow, in quotes, are now in danger when being posted to red zone states. Now, I actually agree with him that the government should put in measures to ensure that the country is safe.
Instead of reforming the NYSC.
Not instead of reforming the NYSC. Not instead of reforming the NYSC.
Yeah.
Because if you say instead of reforming the NYSC, that means the government should just focus on one thing alone and leave every other aspect to die. But then every other thing is intertwined. So I believe they need to take measures to ensure that we are safe and that security is top notch. That is one thing I strongly believe in. And to be honest, like, I'm not supposed to give this advice, but if you're ever posted to a red zone state, and you know your parents don't have millions, you don't have up to 2K apart from 7K they want to pay you in your accounts.
Yeah.
Please don't go. Please don't go, because you are Nigeria. I know we keep saying Nigeria is a country, but each and every one of us, we are the ones that make up Nigeria. So please try and safeguard yourself and your future. We don't know, it may be the next solution to a problem in Nigeria. So that's it for me.
If this reform was very effective, you wouldn't be giving this advice. Because yes, they said they are going to post core members only to states that are safe. What are the measures they took to make these states safe? So you see, the reform is what?
The reform
not
is
necessary.
The reform is misplaced. I still think that you can have your opinion.
Yeah, you both can agree to disagree on this.
All right then.
Yeah, so finally, I would like to hear from both of you. One thing you'd want to change, or you'd like to, if you had the chance to, one thing you'd like to change about this reform, and one thing that you'd want to keep as it is. Yeah, so.
Okay, so if I'm to change one thing, sincerely speaking, I'm not comfortable with the fact that core members are going to spend 6 weeks. This is because of health issues. No, for real. For real, you know, water, I don't know for other camps, but in Abuja, we had water, I will not deny that. But I heard complaints from other colleagues when we met, and they were like, their camp had water issues, and they're feeding. You know, yes, you can provide food, but sometimes you may not want to eat the canned food. And then staying there means you need extra toiletries, you need extra, everything you are going with to camp, you need extra. You have side, you need some little snacks, to keep you, active and all. So you need extra money for that. The economy is not friendly currently. There's inflation everywhere. Something you bought 500 naira, you may pay yesterday, you may pay it tomorrow, and it's how much? 700 naira. So imagine you are buying like 10 pieces, that's 7,000 naira. How much is the NYSC going to pay you? Bicycle allowance is how much? They didn't even change the bicycle allowance. It's still the same thing. They changed the allowance, but the bicycle allowance. Why are they still calling it bicycle allowance? If they are reforming, they should change it from bicycle allowance to flight allowance. Yes. So that's something I am not comfortable with. The duration, if I did, see, I don't really like this reform.
So what's one thing
you would keep? Thank you.
One thing I will keep, yeah. I am very much happy about the skill that they are going to be, inculcating in these communities. It's actually very good. Even though, just the way you said, when the skill becomes very much everywhere, the demand diminishes because everybody has it. Yeah. So the competition is high and all. So, but then still, it's good to have that skill. So I love the fact that they are bringing in different skills and they've even categorized it into tech, agriculture, paramilitary, and the rest. You get, I like that. That's something I would really want to keep.
Okay, thank you.
For someone who argued so strongly with me, I'm actually happy to see that you see my vision of
your vision is broad.
My vision is skills aspects.
Yeah.
So for me, I would really, really recommend and really keep the specialized skills. That is one thing that I would really keep because I feel like it would really encourage people to do better.
Yeah.
Yes, when you have an idea about something, I recently started doing a little bit of research and now I'm more interested in how research, works. So I believe that is a really good reform that I feel they should keep. And then what I think they should kick out is changing the uniform. Please keep the khaki. Keep the khaki.
Yeah.
And increase the allowance.
Exactly. I mean, all this change and then no increase in
Yes,
the
yes,
allowance.
Okay, please.
Yeah, take it off.
The bicycle allowance, please, it should be named flight allowance. Yes, because the road is no longer safe.
Yeah. So thank you. I actually agree with you on this.
But you agree with me?
I mean,
You are being biased. You are being
no,
biased.
not being biased, but yeah, I mean, yeah, this was a lovely conversation, and the future of NYSC affects millions of young Nigerians, a
Yes.
lot of youth. It affects all of us, and that is why conversations like this matter. So I'm very glad to have had this with you, Regina, and with
Yeah,
you,
it was nice being
Samson.
here too. It was nice being
Yeah.
here.
So yeah, if you enjoyed our conversation, please do well to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more conversations and for more insights from our Insights Lab at Insights and Strategy Consulting Limited. Thank you.